Over the last few days, the news in the US has really been focusing on two earthquakes. The magnitude 7.6 earthquake in Japan that caused a lot of damage and a small tsunami, and the magnitude 1.7 earthquake under New York City that people thought was an explosion. So I'm sure you know that the magnitude 7.6 is a lot bigger than the magnitude 1.7, but how much bigger? Turns out that the magnitude 7.6 earthquake was about 800,000 times larger in terms of its measured amplitude, and about 700 million times larger in terms of the amount of energy it released. So how does that work exactly? Okay, so every whole number increase in magnitude, like going from a magnitude 3 to a magnitude 4 or a magnitude 4 to a magnitude 5, represents a 10-fold increase in the measured amplitude, or the size of the waves that we can measure on a seismometer. But it also represents about a 32 times increase in the amount of energy that's released. It's very hard to conceptualize that. So let's think about it a different way. Let's look at it with spaghetti. Okay, so if we imagine that breaking this piece of spaghetti is like a magnitude 5. Okay, that was a magnitude 5. How much bigger would a magnitude 6 have to be? It would be 32 times larger. So that would be 32 strands of spaghetti. So that would be this many compared to this many, right? 32 times larger. Well, what would be the difference between a magnitude 6 and a magnitude 7? So we would have to multiply 32 by 32. That gives us 1,024 strands of spaghetti. That's a lot bigger, right? So this is the difference between a magnitude 6 in our pasta magnitude scale and a magnitude 7. So what would the difference be between a magnitude 7 and a magnitude 8? Well, we would have to multiply 1,024 by 32, which is around 33,000 strands of spaghetti, which is like 58 pounds or something. What about the difference between a magnitude 8 and a magnitude 9? So if the magnitude 8 is around 33,000 strands and we have to multiply that by 32, that would be more than 1 million strands of spaghetti, which is something like 1,800 pounds. So there's a huge difference in magnitude from one jump, to the next. If this kind of math isn't really your thing, you are in luck because the USGS has this handy little calculator that can do it for you. In this how much bigger calculator, you put the larger magnitude earthquake on the top, the smaller on the bottom, and then it calculates the difference between the two in terms of amplitude and the energy released.